I mean, I think this was an incredibly heart-centered experience, and that is something that isn't necessarily, you don't necessarily even know what that means if it's just written down as something you can expect out of this retreat. But once you're in it, you recognize that there's a whole nother capacity that you have access to through your heart. And I think that deep living has this amazing ability to create an experience that gets you there.
So, given that I do quite a bit of working with others in a healthcare setting, where there may be those times when things may come up, aside from an ache, a pain, or an injury. And sometimes life happens, and there may be another element that comes into it that might be on a more intimate plane. And in being able to bring this work, where being able to really embody being present with someone and knowing that we're all experiencing something. And in a way, I see that as a part of the healing too that can come about in holding space for someone to bring whatever it is that's coming up for them at that time, and to share that and to explore it and to be heard. And I think that, and I know that is something that I will be continuing to use and deepening with.
We don't take a lot of time in our daily lives with our agendas and tasks to check in with ourselves and see if we are caught up with ourselves. If when we do that, we find that something about us is left behind, or maybe something about us is ahead and worrying about the future. And a lot of the activities are meant to just be in the moment with yourself and check in with yourself. And sometimes you don't have words yet. But this is a really gracious space, I think, to start to inquire, what does it feel like to check in with yourself? How do you re-get to know yourself?
I notice every time I come to these, I get like a better version of myself coming out of it. I get a little more vocal because by nature I'm an introvert, so I really don't tend to say much. I like to listen. I mean, I'm listening to every little detail, but to actually be vocal, use the microphone when it's time for, if you want to share something, that's rare for me to do. But when I do it, I notice it's easier for me to actually go ahead and do it. I don't feel like all eyes are on me or I'm getting nervous about it. It's just being grounded and just feeling comfortable in your own skin.
Well, in this retreat and all the retreats that we give, the intention is to create experiences for people that help them drop in to themselves in a way that they start to see more of themselves, in a way that they can see that, oh, what I thought I was, I'm so much more. And for what's true for everybody is there's a potentiality inside of us that's unrecognized. I mean, it comes out all the time. We always have some potentials coming out, but there's always so much more. And so a lot of the retreat is and the work that we do is being able to help people come into themselves, accept themselves and all the different parts and tendencies of being a human being, and being able to see the beauty of that, their own magnificence.